This is the Players Box.
Hi, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of The Players Box. I'm Jenny Brady alongside Madi Keys. Unfortunately, it's just the two of us today because Desiree and Jessica are in China and are unable to log in and join us virtually on this podcast. But please remember to give our podcast 5 stars and subscribe on YouTube. We really appreciate you. Okay, let's get right into it. Let's start with the unforced errors. Madi, can you tell us your unforced error for this week?
Unforced error for the week. I've been having a pretty good week, so I don't have any honestly any big ones. Biggest thing is I was not prepared for the heat wave that has gone through Florida the last couple of days and was packing my practice bag as if it was fall and did not bring enough clothes and was literally sloshing across the court and was slipping on my own sweat because I just quite literally didn't have enough clothes to change into. So that's my unforced error of the week.
Sounds like Florida humidity to me. Well, partially my unforced error because it came to you. So we were supposed to leave for Beijing on Saturday. So on September 20th. And on, I think it was Friday, so on the 19th, I'm sending a voice note to Desiree because I was supposed to have my 12-hour layover in Los Angeles, and then I was going to get lunch with Des, and then she was going to take me back to the airport for the flight to Beijing. And long story short, I end up sending a voice note to Madi, and I started the I started the voice note and I said, "Howdy ho, Desiree. Hey, so not coming to Beijing anymore, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I just wanted to let you know, I'm not going to be able to make lunch tomorrow. We're not coming. Okay, sad day, blah, 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 Okay, see you soon. Have a good day." And then I hit send, and then I was like, oh my gosh, wrong person. And of course, it was literally the first time ever that you were on your phone.
On my phone.
Literally on your phone, because I sent it, and within 2 seconds, you reply, "Howdy ho." I was so embarrassed.
It honestly,
but I was like,
it really made my day. I really needed it because I really wanted to go to Beijing. I had already packed. I was ready to go and had practice and was like, okay, this injury that I'm dealing with is just flaring back up. It's just it's not going to work. So I was so sad texting you about it. And I was like, Jenny, I'm so sorry, but we can't go to Beijing. So sad. And just actively on my phone doing something else. And I said, voice note from Jenny.
And you're like,
howdy ho.
Howdy ho. Yeah. So yeah, that was my unforced error of the week. Well, good thing I didn't say anything really bad about you. That would have been really bad. If I was, I don't know, not that I would, but because there's been times where I've texted something or said something.
Take the screenshot.
Yeah, and sent it to the person that I was talking about. So that's always really embarrassing. But yeah, so that was a little embarrassing, mainly because of my intro. Because I was like, "Howdy ho," and then immediately you text back, "Howdy ho." So,
but good news, not the worst unforced error of the week, because Des and Jess did not download enough VPNs to actually make this episode. So
yep,
you beat them.
Yeah, I think Jess and Des won unforced error of the week because they couldn't quite make the podcast due to lack of VPNs. Maybe they should have downloaded one before
All of them?
flying. Yeah, before flying over to China. But anyways, it's all good.
Well, I guess since they're not here,
we can talk about us.
Maybe everyone wants to hear about how we became the bestest friends ever.
Yes. Who wants to start?
Well, I still like vividly remember like so many moments from first meeting you. I remember we were warming up on Court 20 at Everett when we were like legitimately 10 years old in the afternoon. And I remember seeing you stand off in the corner, like not speaking to anyone. And I was like, that's going to be my new best friend.
That's my girl.
And it was like my mission. I was like, we're going to be friends. That's her. And I remember we played a tournament on the weekend at like a local. I think it was like in Pembroke Pines. And we were playing the match. It was like a legitimate tournament. And I remember being like, no, but I know her. So like, we're kind of already friends. So I kept trying to talk to you and change over. And you kept looking at me like, why is she talking to me? Like,
yeah, like what is happening?
We're playing a real match. And so you just kept looking at me like, and just wouldn't speak.
No,
and
I
was
believe it.
like, and then I was like, yeah, best friends. Like,
yeah,
we're gonna be right here. And then all of a sudden one day, you just like, well, one day, I just incessantly would like talk to you and get facial expressions back.
Broke me down. Yeah, facial expressions. Yeah.
And then finally you started talking back. And now we're friends.
Yeah. And now I don't shut up. It's like 180. Yeah, I was a super, super shy kid growing up. Like, my sister talked for me a lot. I just, couldn't really find words, I guess. But yeah, I had my little headband. And I wore this little dress probably like 4 times a week. I made my mom wash it every single day. I wore like the same thing. And, I would just show up and just, go through the motions. And, yeah. And we played our first, was it clay courts, I think, 12 and unders in Delray, I want to say. I can't remember where, but 12 and unders, clay courts. We won our first gold ball together. We played doubles there. And then we had, very different paths, like to where, I went this way, you went that way. I think you were already playing professional tournaments at 14, and I was still playing Super Series. So I think we had very different paths leading to, journeys to the pros. I ended up going to college, and you were still playing professionally. And then, after 2 years of college, then I turned pro, and then, here we are. Now we have a podcast with our 2 other friends. So
do you ever think about, do you remember when we were super young and it would be the summers and we'd have to go for like 6:30 practice?
Oh,
and
yeah.
there was like a span for like a week where we kept getting kicked off the court and we would have to go into the office and call our parents.
Oh my gosh. I remember vividly. I would get on the phone in the one room, and it was a landline, and I would call my dad, and I'd be like, hey dad, yeah, it'd be like, I don't know, 9:30, and like the morning program didn't end until noon, and it would be like, yeah, I got kicked off the court again today, like, and he'd be like, jeez Christ, like, again, like, what the hell, blah blah blah, and he'd rip me a new one. And then it'd be like 2 days later,
happened again.
Yeah. Oh, can you come pick me up? Like, oh no.
I just remember I would always like walk into my house and my mom would be like, why are you here? And I was like, I
Yeah.
missed 5 balls in a row, and that was wraps today. I was promptly sent home after the last one hit the fence.
Maybe I did it on purpose. Maybe I wanted to go home. We'll never know.
But yeah, it's very funny. You really blossomed.
Yeah, I think I really found myself I think I really matured a lot in college just because from what age, like probably like 10, 11 years old, being at the academy, Everett Academy, like being there and doing the same routine, same schedule, everything for, I don't know, 7 years. It was just like mundane and just became the same thing. And I only ever just saw the same people and never really like got outside my shell. I was homeschooled. I mean, you did homeschooling too, online school. I wouldn't really call it school, to be honest, but didn't really prepare me for college. But yeah, then I think once I got to school, I started out really shy. Like I remember my first party I ever went to was Halloween. And I literally was like so nervous to go out. Like I never really drank or never partied before, so I didn't know what to expect. And I'm out at this party and we're at this frat house. Usually it doesn't really have frats. I mean, they do, but it's not like a big thing there. People usually would go to like USC and party. And it was this all athlete fraternity. And so it was only athletes in there. And so I'm there and I'm like, okay, yeah, like, woo, like first party. Okay, let's go. And I went with a couple girls on the tennis team and it was like, I don't know, 11 o'clock. And like within like 15 or 20 minutes, I was like, okay, I'm out. I'm going to bed. Like, I'm leaving. This is not my scene. Like, I was like so uncomfortable. I wasn't drinking. Everyone around me was so drunk. And I was like, all right, peace out. And then like 5 years later, then I like would go out and party a lot. And then it was like, I did like a complete 180, like literally like didn't drink, didn't party, didn't go out. And then I started like really drinking, partying, going out, like, you know, after tournaments or things like that. And then just, you know, I guess started socializing more and being like, oh, I actually really like talking and I'm kind of funny, like, or people are funny. I like to make people laugh. So, yeah, that's when I
It's
became
very
social.
funny.
I don't know.
It's very funny because knowing you from when we were little kids and me literally being like, hey, 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 like, talk to me, be my friend. And now we walk around a tournament and it's like, Jenny, oh my God, Jenny, how are you? How's this? How's that? It's like, you're literally like the most popular person on tour.
Yeah,
Like,
you told me.
coming
Yeah.
coming back on, like, coming to the US Open, we would turn a corner and everyone would be like, it's Jenny. I was like, how do you know everyone?
Yeah. I was like meeting up with someone and I was like, "Oh, sorry I'm late. This person's mom got me. That person's mom got me. Oh, I was playing with Sai's dog Yunbao." Like, and they were like, "What the hell?" Like, what? They were like, "It's so random." Like, and I was like, "Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Like, you know, we go way back." Like, yeah, I was like, now, like I said before, I don't shut up. Like, I go on site and I'm like, oh, yeah, it's going to be a quick in and out. And then, like, 5 hours later, I'm like, oh, like when we were talking in another episode about me, like, lingering in the locker room with Jess, like, oh, like, oh, I wonder what Jess is up to. Oh, let me go see what Jess is doing. And then it's like, I'm leaving. And then I'm like, oh, I wonder what Jess is doing. Like, you know, then I go back. So it's, you know, I'm always like looking to see like what people are doing or like
Jenny loves a linger.
Yeah, I love to linger. But I mean, you're not like, I wouldn't say you're shy, but I wouldn't say like you're the most outgoing in our little group here. Like,
I feel like I'm selective.
I feel, yes, I was just about to say, I feel like it depends who it is. Like you have your people that, you would approach or linger or hang around site for. Like you don't really see Maddie like lingering on site. Like once she's done, she's out of there. Like she's like, all right, I'm getting a car, I'm going back to hotel. Whereas I'm like lingering for like an hour or two like afterwards.
Yeah, I think I've always been like my friend group they're my favorite people ever. Um, but I have a lot of really close friends, and then it's like there's acquaintances. I don't have a lot of like kind of friends or like casual friends, I guess. You're either like one of my people or I'm like, "Oh, hi, nice to see you." But
Yeah.
not really anything in between.
Yeah, like you're ride or die. You're pretty ride or die. Like loyal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, like
Yeah.
you're one of my people, you're one of my people.
Yeah. I feel that. I feel that.
There's like people that have wronged you that I don't speak to, and you're like, "Oh yeah, I just talked to this person," whatever, and I'm like, "No, we don't talk to them."
Yeah. Yeah. I'm like, oh yeah. Yeah, they're upstairs in the cafe, We were just texting, like, catching up. And it's like, Jenny, no. Like, mm-mm.
They wronged
boundaries.
you.
Yeah.
They wronged you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would say I'm the grudge holder of the group.
Yeah. For
And
sure.
you know what? I'm fine with that. I'm proud of that.
Yeah.
Someone has to hold a grudge around here to keep things interesting.
Yeah. I feel like me and Jess are not grudge holders. I feel like Des could be. She's a little spunky. Like she could give attitude. Like in a good way. And me and Jess are like, oh, whatever, like
It's fine.
yeah. Yeah. Like we'll be like, oh yeah, like that again, that person wronged you, and she's like, oh, I can't not say hi. Like, it's like I can't not like give him a hug. But everyone's different. Well, that's our little backstory since we are the stars of the show today. So now let's move on to some fan questions. From WL Hoey. How much are the entry fees for tournaments from the majors to the non-majors? And do you pay that or do your sponsors? Ooh, great question.
Good question.
We pay our entry fees. Do we have entry fees?
We don't have entry fees. Jenny doesn't know the rules. Do you want me
I know,
to
that's
take
why I
this
looked
one?
at Maddie. Maddie served on our player council, so she's the one that we meaning me and Des, because Jess is on the player council right now, but before Jess was on the player council, Jess was also in on the we would text Maddie for rules and questions. So Maddie, take this one.
Yeah, so we don't have entry fees, technically. We have to pay a membership fee to the WTA at the beginning of every year. So that fee covers our membership the entire year. The membership includes playing tournaments, but it also includes like our insurance and like all of the access that we get and all of the services that we get from the WTA. It's all included in that one membership fee. So we technically have to play X amount of tournaments, and we're automatically signed up for certain tournaments, and then we get to pick and choose like the 500s and 250s if we want to play. We get to sign up for those ourselves. And like I guess technically it's like if you withdraw from too many events, we actually get fined. So
Yeah.
It's not really an entry fee, it's like a withdrawal fee, I guess.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that's kind of how it works. And that's just like the one-time fee for the year. And then we're covered until the next year.
Yeah. Great. Well, I do know for ITFs, so that is like the
Tier below.
Yeah. So like I guess challengers. I know the ATP has challengers, But it's different.
But
Okay.
the ATP owns their own challengers to a
Yeah.
certain degree. Don't
So the
confuse the
ITF.
people.
Okay. So the ITF circuit, which includes 100Ks, 75Ks,
I don't know if they
80?
still have 75s.
All
I
right.
think they're 80s.
So 50s? I don't think they have those anymore. Okay, the ITF circuit, you do have to pay an entry fee, and it's $40. And you know that. But you also have to pay. You also have to pay for
your iPin.
You have to pay for your iPin, which is a membership. So it's confusing. Great question. Hopefully we answer that. But sponsors do not pay for it. If there was an entry fee, sponsors aren't paying for it. So there you go. Okay. Next question from Where is Heidi Going? Do you each read all of your DMs on Instagram?
No.
Sometimes. No, I'm sure you get a lot more because you have like a lot more followers than I do, but sometimes I respond.
Well, which ones do you respond to?
Like positive ones.
Okay.
Never to like negative ones, no. To like nice people who seem cool. Yeah, so I guess it depends. Where is Heidi going? Got it. Okay. Also from Where is Heidi Going? What are each of you thankful for now that the year is coming to an end? It doesn't have to be deep. Your new renovations, Maddie?
Oh, I am excited for our renovations to officially be done. That'll be nice. We're getting to the final stage.
The final stage, or like the final stage of this stage?
You know, that's a great question. And if my husband is listening, I'm not going to touch anything else. It's done. Nothing new will come into the house. If he's not listening, there's still a bathroom that I would eventually like to renovate, but I'm going to have to wait. It's going to be the long game. I'm going to have to wait a little bit of time so that the amnesia of like how bad a renovation is finally sets in. And then I'll try to schedule it when he's out of town and just like quick. I'll be like, no, it'll be a quick, 3-week thing. And then inevitably 3 months later, when it's still not fully done, then I'll be like, okay, well, I've officially touched every part of the house. So now we're actually done.
Bjorn doesn't have to know. Okay, next question from Claire English Short. Do you go back and listen to what the commentators said during your match? No, I don't care what the commentators say. I usually just get my debrief from my coach. Yeah, what the commentators say is for the fans, not for the players.
Yeah, that's none of my business.
That's my take.
Especially if I've lost the match or played poorly. I don't need that kind of negativity in my life.
Yeah, I don't need to know what bad remarks they were saying about my backhand or whatever. Not helpful. Okay, next question. Mac_tennis313. How many bags do you guys bring with you? And do you have a go-to favorite candy? Oh, okay. Well, that's two very different questions. So let's answer the first one first.
How many
bags do you guys bring with you? Well, I bring one suitcase, one tennis bag, and one backpack. So it's 3 bags.
You pack very light.
Yeah.
I obviously always have my tennis bag. Some sort of carry-on. And I used to do a big roller and a little roller. And then I decided that I don't like to limit myself. So I started bringing 2 big rollers. And I've just slowly started bringing like more and more things. But it's always like 2 rollers and a tennis bag, which is usually fine. And I can manage on like the longer trips. The only hard thing is when I bring that much stuff on the front end of a trip, like coming back from Paris after Roland Garros, we have a Nike distro. So I get another suitcase. So then I have to figure out how to take 3 suitcases and my tennis bag home. So sometimes that's gotten a little bit tricky. Or like one year I stayed over and I had distribution at Roland Garros and distribution at Wimbledon. So by the end of the trip, I had like 5 suitcases and my tennis bag. And that was not ideal by myself to get home.
Wow. When you started that, I thought you were taking the opposite turn when you said I used to take one big roller and one small roller, and now I just take one big roller.
No.
But nope.
No, I take more stuff.
No. Yeah, you did the opposite of what I was expecting. Sometimes I bring like a little roller for like if I'm doing like a long Europe trip because I know like I'm gonna accumulate things. Usually like on the plane though, like I wouldn't really check another bag. But sometimes then I'm like, oh, I wish I brought 2 suitcases because I'm trying to fit everything in my suitcase and in my tennis bag. And then I start throwing stuff in my, like I have tennis shoes in my backpack and I'm like,
Ew.
this is gross. This is not okay. All because I was trying to be cheap by not taking an extra bag. Okay, and do you have a go-to favorite candy? Oh, let me tell you. Do we have a limit here? Like,
Yeah, like categories, like
Yeah.
chewy, sour.
yeah. Well, I'm just gonna name like a couple of my favorites off the top of my head, maybe.
Okay.
Well, we have the Reese's Fast Break, Reese's Sticks, Reese's Eggs, Reese's Trees, Reese's Footballs. I just tried the Reese's Big Cup for the first time in New York because I love peanut butter more than chocolate, and that was actually really good. It definitely makes my list. Peanut butter M&Ms, peanut M&Ms, Sour Patch Kids, Sour Skittles, Cowtails, underrated. That's for the 90s kids. Twizzlers and the flavored Tootsie Rolls.
Is that it, or are we gonna keep going?
No, that's all I got. I mean, I could keep going, but like
So
nobody wants to
is
listen.
would it be shorter if you listed off candy that you don't like?
No, because there's actually a lot that I don't like. Like sweet
Particular.
tarts. Particular, yeah. Sweet tarts and nerds and like the really like sweet ones.
Just
I
like super
guess.
sugary.
Yeah. Yeah. Like the super
See,
sugary ones. Or like
I also love candy, but I don't really like chocolate candy that much. That doesn't really top
yeah,
my
I don't
list.
see that's the thing. I don't like chocolate, but I love peanut butter. So like I'm here for like the Reese's. But like their seasonal ones are the best. Like the eggs and the footballs and the trees. Because there's more peanut butter to chocolate ratio. But honestly, the quality of the chocolate is not good. Cadbury's way better. And the snakes, the gummy snakes
From
from
Australia specifically.
from Australia
I'm-
are the holy grail. My number one.
They're
Number
so
one.
good. The
Yeah.
candy, I mean, I'm a big sour candy fan. So I do really like Twizzlers too. Twizzlers are on my list. But like Sour Patch Kids, the sour strips,
Oh, yeah.
the snakes from Australia,
Mm.
and then France sells sour Smurfs. But like specifically, you have to buy them in France or else they're not as good because they're usually not sour. So I get those specifically in France and I just will eat like an entire bag a day. So I'm more of like a chewy sour candy fan. But what I have found to be very true is I had a physio from Sweden and they have like the best sour candy ever. And she would bring bags of just sour candy whenever she would go home and bring them to me. And one year we were in Paris, and it was right before the Roland Garros when we were going into a bubble, but we couldn't enter the COVID bubble yet. So we had to get an Airbnb, and we got in super late, and it was COVID. So nothing was open by the time we got there. So we just sat there and like burned a hole in our mouths from eating this giant bag of sour candy.
Oh, that's like Warheads. Warheads. Oh my gosh. Warheads were, or hot tamales, Fireballs. No. Is that whiskey? Fireball's whiskey.
Fireball is alcohol.
Something. I can't think of it. It's like on the tip of my tongue, but I can't think of it. Fireball is good though.
I haven't had Fireball since my 21st birthday.
Wow. That was the first shot I ever took, Fireball, in college at UCLA. Yeah. After we won the Natty, I walked into the tennis girl's apartment and they handed me a shot and I said, "What is this?" And they were like, "Doesn't matter, drink it." And I go, "Shh." That was my first Fireball. It was good though, but I don't know if I can do that again. Those days are beyond me. Okay, that was a good little candy list. Okay. From Steph.Tran 37. Steph.Tran37. Is there any rhyme or reason for who sits to the left or right of the chair umpire in a match? Is it just who walks out first takes the further chair? Ooh. Well, for me, sometimes I get a little superstitious. And if I start the tournament to the right or left of the chair, depending, like, let's say like I start the tournament to the left of the chair and I'm like in the semifinals and the person I'm playing in the semis is ranked above me, so they'll enter the court second. I'll be that person and I'll like put myself down to the left of the umpire chair because I'm like, well, I like started the tournament here, so I gotta finish the tournament here. So sometimes I get a little superstitious, but I think like the rule of thumb is you go to the, like, if you're the first player, like you go to the right of the umpire chair, whatever side that you're not entering
furthest.
The court. Yeah, furthest that you're entering the court from. So like,
so if you get superstitious and like, how sometimes there's different walk-on spots depending on what court you're starting on. So sometimes if you enter first, the furthest chair is on the right, but other times it's on the left. Does that bug you more? Like, is it always what's right or left of the chair, or is it like what's further from walk-on?
No, it's the chair. So like what's right or left of the chair. It has nothing to do with, oh, I walked on, so I got to take like the first bench as opposed to the second bench. Like it's the right or the left, which like I said, like it's like, like I'm walking on the court and then I'm playing you and you're ranked higher. You're like, what is this? What is this chick doing? Like,
oh my gosh,
this is my bench. I think this is
you made me take 5 extra
I wonder
steps.
if anybody, honestly, yeah, I know, you made me take 4 extra steps. I wonder if anybody's like, this is my bench.
Like, for sure not.
Yeah, I'll be the first, maybe. I'd be
first match back. Just be like, sorry.
First match. Excuse me, this is my bench. Yeah, I'm gonna sit right here, so you can go over there. Like, I'm sitting here. I'm sitting.
Or what you should do, if you go out first, pick a bench, have them pick a bench, and then be like, no wait, actually switch.
At the coin toss. I don't want to choose a side. I'd actually like to choose my bench.
Can we switch?
Can we swap
actually?
Benches?
That would be, if you did that.
No, that'd be a total mind games.
I would be like, what is wrong with this person?
I'm all in.
I mean, games later, I would still be like, I can't believe she made me switch benches.
Yeah. And I'd be like, I got her. I got her. I got her right where I want her. Mind games, baby. Okay, next question. From Virginia More Travel. I want to hear about travel logistics of being a professional athlete. Do you have flights on hold or book last minute after a loss? Does the tournament pay for hotels, in parentheses, outside of Grand Slams when stays are sponsored? Okay, well, that last little in parentheses is false.
Sometimes you get a
Yes.
hotel deal.
Yes, but it's not all, like, not for everybody.
No.
And last minute flights after a loss, yes. That's I've never put a flight on hold, like, ever. I've
No.
always just, we're playing Wednesday, September 24th, 7:55 p.m. I finished my match, and I'm looking at flights at 7:56 p.m. for the next day on September 25th at 8 a.m. So
Yeah. Also, I'm playing in a tournament that starts in 4 hours. So let me see how to get there as quickly as possible.
yeah, it's always just wing it, and then you got to pay for all of your travel. If you have a coach and a physio, you have to pay for all of their expenses, so their hotel, their flights, their food, on top of your own expenses. What
Well,
else?
so hotels at non-slam tournaments,
Mm-hmm.
you get X amount of days at whatever hotel is sponsoring the tournament. So they have hotel blocks. So you yourself will get 7 days starting from this day to that day. If you're still in the tournament, they keep adding days. If you're out of the tournament, you get that block. And then if you, for whatever, stay, so like some of the tournaments where it's like 2 weeks, if you have to stay extra days, then you pay out of pocket. Or if you get to an event early, you have to pay out of pocket. So like tournaments where there's a big time change, a lot of times the like time in which the tournament will cover starts on, if the tournament starts on Monday, they'll start covering it on Saturday, but you want to get there on Thursday to get adjusted for the time. You have to pay out of pocket for the days before the tournament starts picking up the hotel room. But most tournaments, you only get the one room. So you're paying for your team's hotel room. So if it's however many people you have, you're paying for their room.
Yeah. Maddie answers the logistical questions very well. Very well said. Very well said.
Thanks.
Well done.
I've had lots of council calls about it.
Okay, last question from Airbree Bree. Have you ever forgotten to bring or pack your match outfit on the day of your match? Yes, I have. Multiple times. Actually, coincidentally, both in Mexico, for some reason. And I think, yeah, they were both junior tournaments. And I was actually with my mom in one of them in Mexico City. And I was warming up for my match, and my name gets called, and I'm wearing this oversized Babolat cotton t-shirt. And I'm thinking that my match outfit, my match top is underneath it. It wasn't. I went to take the shirt off to go on to the court to play my match, and it was just my bra. And literally I was like, "Oh, Mom, like, where's my match outfit?" And I'm digging through my tennis bag, and I just all of a sudden remember, "Oh, it's on the bed in the hotel. It's not here. My top is on the bed in the hotel." And so my mom looks at me and she goes, "Oh my gosh, Jenny, like, what do we do?" And she's like, "Oh, I think there's like a little pro shop at the front entrance of the on site." So she goes in there, and I said, "Mom, just get me a shirt." And at the time I was sponsored by Nike. So I said, it just has to be anything Nike. Like, it doesn't, like, whatever it is, Nike. And she goes and she gets me this top. And I'm like mortified to wear this top because, and Madi, you know Lizzie, my mom. And so she's like, oh my gosh, it's so cute. And I'm like,
Pink and ruffles.
No. It had, no. Honestly, I think I would have rather the pink and ruffles. It was like this, it was a tank top. It was collared. It had a collar and it was a button down. It was like the most like preppy.
Was it white?
Yes, it was white.
It was Maria Sharapova's Wimbledon outfit. She wore
Oh
the
my
little
gosh.
tuxedo shorts with it.
No, it wasn't for me.
I know exactly what you're
I was
talking about.
absolutely mortified. I was like so embarrassed to play my match in this top because I was like, this isn't me. Like, this isn't me. This isn't for me. Like, this is not my vibe. And
could you play?
Like physically, like I was so
Uncomfortable.
No, I was so uncomfortable. I couldn't play. I think I won the match, but like immediately when I walked off the court, I put my t-shirt back on. Literally, I put my t-shirt back on over it. And I was like, no. Like, Mom, thank you, but never again. Never sending you to go buy a shirt for me. I was like, no, I can't. But yeah, I mean, honestly, and then another time, I was in Mexico and I forgot my match outfit. And a girl that was playing the tournament, she actually went to Everett Academy when we were there, and her name was Anna. And I said, Anna, do you have an extra shirt or anything like to play my match in? And because at the time, like in ITF junior tournaments, like you can't wear big logos. Like that's why I couldn't wear my volleyball shirt. And she said, oh yeah, but I just wore it. And I go, I don't care. I'm like, I need it, or else I can't play this match. And she gave it to me, and I took it to the bathroom, and I was like, I put it in the faucet, and I was like trying to like rinse it because it was like sweaty, and I was trying to rinse it, and then I was like putting it on the hand dryer thing and like trying to dry it, and it was so gross. And then it smelled so bad because it was like that sweaty, like wet, stinky smell that like wasn't fully dry. And long story short, I'm playing my match, and I'm like going to like wipe my face with this shirt, and I'm like, oh wait, ew, no, I can't do that. Like, it has someone else's sweat on it. And then I finished the match, and I said, oh my gosh, thank you so much for this shirt. Like, and she goes, oh yeah, 3 people wore it today. And I go, huh? And she goes, yeah, someone else forgot a shirt. And I said, you're kidding.
That's so gross.
So gross. So now I always keep an extra outfit in my tennis bag.
It's
so gross.
That would ruin me.
No.
Thank God she didn't tell you before you went out, or else you physically wouldn't have been able to put it on your body.
Yeah, gross. No, like absolutely. Ugh.
I've definitely forgotten stuff. Like,
no.
One time I forgot my orthotics.
Oh, yeah.
Or like, one time it was like I played in the semis or finals or something and had like a late flight, and literally it was like had to get to the next tournament, put my stuff down and pulled stuff out and left and had to go play my match. And I grabbed 2 like left shoes instead of one right and one left. But I've always had enough time that someone could either run back, or I've had to call hotels and say like, okay, this person's coming to the desk. I need you to give them a key to my room. They're going to go in my room. And even if it's just like they'll put it in a tournament car, and the tournament car will bring it over. But
that happened in Beijing. In Beijing 2 years ago. I was warming up with a player, and all of a sudden she's just like, oh, I forgot my match outfit. And then it was like this like whole ordeal, and then the tournament had to go into the hotel room, get her bag, and then bring it to the site. And she was first on too, and it was like an hour or less before her match. So that was like cutting it a little close.
I mean, I think everyone's forgotten something at some point.
Yeah. Ugh.
Very stressful.
Yeah. It's not easy out here.
I can't believe you wore a shirt at like
I
4
know.
other
I was like, maybe we shouldn't tell the story. It's gross.
Yeah, that's pretty tough.
But I was just a kid. Yeah. I swear I'm hygienic. I take really long showers. All right, everyone. Thank you for your fan questions. Please make sure you leave us a rating and review. It helps people find out about the podcast. And don't forget to watch us on the Players Box YouTube page. And if you want to ask us a question, slide into our DMs on Instagram at theplayersboxpod or email us at theplayersboxpod@gmail.com. Thanks. Toodaloo.
Howdy ho.
Howdy ho. Hi, I'm Paul. Jess and Des are going to send us some videos, so we're going to check in with them from China.
Hi, everybody. It's Jessie and Des, and we are in China right now. We're in Beijing. Our unforced error of the week.
No VPN, and couldn't get a video with Maddie and Jess. We missed you guys.
Madi and
Marc. Maddie and Jenny.
there was another unforced error. So Madi and Jenny did most of the podcast today.
They held down the
because
fort.
we couldn't get anything to work. Tried all our VPNs. Couldn't get on the website to record what we wanted to record. So sorry that we missed you guys, but we are going to pop in still and answer some questions
Across the world. So, okay, our questions were, what were they? Okay,
fan questions.
here we go.
Unforced error. We told you that's definitely our VPN failing.
Yes, and not being able to join in.
It's pretty bad. So,
fan question from Mac_tennis313. What is your favorite candy? I was told that Jenny listed about 50 types of candies, but I think Mac_tennis313 asked for one. Jenny, just one. And I'm gonna say mine's a Reese's Fast Break.
oh, interesting
Love
choice.
Fast Break.
I love sour candy, so I would say probably like Sour Patch Kids are probably my favorite. Love them.
Good one.
Yeah.
So many
Patch Kids.
different ones.
Yes.
Okay, and fan question number 2 from Air Brian Brief. Have you ever forgotten your match outfit on the day of your match? I definitely have.
I definitely have to. Like back in the rookie days, I feel like I'm like very overly prepared. Now I feel like I pack for like I could possibly play 6 matches today, and I need to be ready. But I definitely have.
I wouldn't say it was a rookie move. Like back in when I first started, it was definitely this year, in February in Singapore.
What you did?
It was for the finals. So the site is like about an hour away, and I thought I packed my match outfits the night before. Usually I pack it the night before because of this, and bring a change of clothes, bring in a few outfits. And I get to the site and I'm like, where's my match outfit? Oh my God, I don't have it. Of course, I'm not going to make it in time to do my warm up and then get ready for the match. So we were first on at 12, and this is for the final. And then I had to call someone from the WTA, shout out Tava, and supervisor Christina Romero. She came in clutch, and they somehow found a way to sneak into my room, say they were me, and then grab my match outfit and
that's actually
brought it
cool.
to the match. So, and then we ended up winning. But yeah, that was recent. But
You won the tournament.
yes, we won the
That's crazy.
tournament. So
That's crazy. I think you've had to bring me something before.
I definitely have. A lot of
Yeah.
people have had to bring me a lot of things. So shout out to all my friends and everyone that she had to bring me my string.
Yeah,
Like-
I brought your string that she left at US Open.
Yeah.
You definitely had to bring like a shirt for me one
Yes.
time. You've used at United Cup. She's used my tops before because she like didn't have the right color or whatever it was.
Then I used the United Cup shirt.
That's why it's good to be. It's good to be friendly because you never know when you need someone back at the tournament hotel to like bring you stuff.
To sneak into your room. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
All right,
guess
I
we'll
think that's it for us.
see everyone
Yeah.
back stateside. Well, actually, hopefully we see everyone next
Yeah.
week on Riverside. But
Yeah, I think we got it figured out for next week, but
fingers crossed.
yeah, we'll we got some matches to play still, so we'll see you guys hopefully next week back on the pod.